zone. And they'll put 5. First carry for Amir Abdullah. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Stafford now to throw. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Demarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Here's Austin. Now a hit and a loose football.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Good starting position. First down, Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets out of them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they were taking care of that early.
And this is caught at the 8. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got it first and goal at the 6. Now Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his first touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field. Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
On the ball, on the ball. Hey, take 2 right there.
The 2nd down run for Dula. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and they're going to have a 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
Let's go now, let's go.
From the 50, it's Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and short. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
On the ball, on the ball. Down.
On first down, Abdullah. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success. Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively. And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves. After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. David Irving breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. gun. Here's Stafford. And he fires one, but incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hustle. 3 down. There we go. Kill.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Get out. Let's go. Get out.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a 1st down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here we go. 46.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
He finds his man. It's Austin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Swing to the field. Right. To the right.
Again to Elliott. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. The former Pro Bowler Glover Quinn there making the play.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Hurry! Zebra! 22!
They go play action here on first down. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Sean Lee. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. To throw on second down. Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the fringe.
Set! 60! Jumbo, jumbo! 22! Let's go.
On first down at Stafford. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
We're rolling, we're rolling. Pack 55! Set! 180! Zebra!
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. And that is incomplete. Adam Shaheen was the intended target, and it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing on third down, Stafford. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Golden Tate, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. Here's they're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cannon. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play here for Dallas. And even 50 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott flushed out right. And that's Elliott, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And they got the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And Detroit getting set to go now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st down, Stafford here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Stafford looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He finds Coleman. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
Let's go now. Let's go. Go.
Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. To throw on 2nd down. Stafford forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Stafford on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Set. 180. Check. 21.
They snap it to Stafford. And that is going to be incomplete. The football back near midfield, right at the 48. And now here come the Cowboys. They have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Going for the deep ball. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stafford, and an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Set. Lady. Big 20. 11. Double right.
Now it's Stafford. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over here at the 20. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
Well, that's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's Elliott, and he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Prescott from the gun. He finds Hearns left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Lions, it's Golden Tate. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Lions on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Play faked Abdullah. It's Stafford. They'll roll him out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. The Patriots have jumped out to an early lead over Miami. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
46.
2nd down, Prescott. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Ziggy Ansah. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Hugo, 46.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Prescott now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Fourth down, Prescott. Steps away to his left. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A second down throw for Prescott. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Jarrad Davis coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long.
Here we go. There we go, 47. Switch it, hey. Gun.
Prescott completes it to Austin. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown, big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. And Bailey missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. Theo Riddick, 30, past the 20, touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions have got it back to a 1-score game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And out now come the Cowboys. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and
now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Stafford gives to Abdullah. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On the ball, on the ball. 4 down, tag 53.
A handoff to Abdullah. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Tag 55. Set. 82. And middle.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Sean Lee, the linebacker, able to get a hand in coverage.
Well, I've got to give him some credit there. He tried to sell the out route. He tried to sell it hard. And as a receiver, what you're really trying to do is maneuver a defender inside to give yourself a little more cushion breaking to the out. But how about the defender reading it really well, not buying the fake or the maneuver inside, and getting to the sideline and helping break up the pass?
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First down, Prescott. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, Prescott again. Incomplete. The former Pro Bowler Glover Quinn there making the play.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Wide 8. Here we go, 47. Let's go. This is 86.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Devon Kennard in there to drop him for a loss of 10, and it'll be 4th and long. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play action. Stafford. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And Tate's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The former 2nd-round pick in 2010, Golden Tate, can be effective on those post routes.
I think he does it by his ability to set up defenders to create enough space for himself to get inside of them. And then he lets his quarterbacks know, just throw it out there. I'll go get it. And he does it really, really well.
They'll try to run it in. Padula. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They get it to him running left. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll run for it. This is Abdullah. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A 1st down throw for Prescott. He's got a man complete. The 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. K.D. Cannon, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Might be seeing that one on the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. So out now come the Lions. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run again. This time it's Abdullah. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big...
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
The give is to Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
So on 4th down, big spot here from the left hash, a chip shot here. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
40 got.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. David Irving able to disrupt yet another pass play, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. The shotgun snap for Stafford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Austin. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Robinson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Now Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And Detroit getting set to go now. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watched that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player? No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Let's go now, let's go.
Back to the air, Stafford on 2nd down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. Time for a break. We'll come. Knock it through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
And Detroit getting set to go now. Now it's Stafford. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. Now Stafford. The completion to Riddick. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up second down. Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Stafford. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Let's finish now. 26.
Throwing here. Prescott. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Prescott to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jeff Swain, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys turn that interception into a touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to play.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 19. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He'll let it fly. And got his man complete. Tavon Austin, he's going to go. Touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin, 82 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
So here come the Lions now. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Demarcus Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.